Hey friends, so I am back with another video. This one is for P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. And just like the first one, it was a super cute story, super fun to get through with my daughter. Super cute movie to watch. This time, the book versus the movie, I think always the book wins me over. There's just always so many, like more details in the book, but the book, I like the way it ran versus the movie. Some of this stuff, I mean, it was okay. And maybe I'm just like looking at it from a biased opinion, but it's just like the plot of the book was similar to the movie, but there was like so many things that were different. And so like the little changes that were different, I didn't like, I preferred in the book. But on the flip side, my teenage daughter said that she preferred the movie plot better than she preferred the book plot. So on this one, this particular story, it's about Laura Jean. And the first book, she started like fake dating like the popular guy at school. She's kind of more like the quiet little nerdy girl. So she started dating the popular guy at school, and his ex-girlfriend, mind you, they're like in 10th grade, I think, or 11th, 10th or maybe 11th grade. So he had just broke up with his ex-girlfriend in the book, and in the movie, the reason for the breakup versus the book is kind of like different. But anyhow, so in the book they had broke up, and she in the first book, we find out that her sister sends out these letters that she wrote to boys like when she was in love and stuff like that. And so the letter goes to one of the popular boys at school. And it goes to another boy who happens to be her neighbor and also her sister's ex-boyfriend that she just recently broke up with. So she feels really awkward about that. And because of her feeling awkward, she goes ahead and starts fake dating this popular guy. And we all know how that goes. In the course of everything, they actually really do end up like falling in love. So in this book, she's kind of like, I think, battling herself still. Because in the last one, she was really like comparing herself to his ex-girlfriend, who happened to be like her old childhood best friend turned like rival kind of thing. So she was like battling herself, and she kept comparing herself to the girl, and they're just totally different. And so she always felt out of place with the guy and like not good enough. So then in this one, I think she starts to come more into her own, and she starts to feel like more in like a little bit like more in place with him, but something does go wrong, and they kind of separate ways. And in the midst of them separating, she meets this other guy that she sent the letter to and stuff like that, and kind of like spends like a little magical night with him or whatever. And then she's like, back and forth between like, wow, like I didn't know that I could love two people at one time. And she's like, like, which path do I take? Do I try to get, back in the graces of my ex, who I, obviously started something with and like care about and love? Or do I try to make something work with this guy because of all the like water under the bridge or whatever that I've created with my ex? And so she's just kind of like battling with that. And that just seems like a lot of heavy and intense things for a teen to be dealing with. And so then again, it makes for super great conversations with my daughter, and just like picking her brain and seeing where she's at, and then also giving her like the advice that I think I would give and what I would do in this situation. And red flags and green flags for each individual, and how do you maneuver that and stuff like that within your life. So I think it's a really good like coming of age, so to speak, story, especially with like love, because come on now, teens 15, 16 plus are definitely, even younger, I know, are trying to be like booed up and in love and stuff like that. And it's to me, it's like so pure and innocent and sweet, but then there are lots of heavy things that are created during that do impact their life for the future. So, if you're looking for a great coming of age story, this series so far has been really good. We've already started on book number 3, and I'm loving that as well. And of course, I will do a review on it. But I think this is a really cute and easy story to get into, and it's really lighthearted. The main character is such a sweet young lady, and I like that she has like boundaries and like love for herself, but in the same time confusion and trauma, because she did have a parent who passed at a young age and she's had to grow up with only a father. So I know that dynamic is kind of different, and not knowing what it is to like have a mom to help you through, the girly things. So this is a really, really good story, a good place to start. I would say maybe like 12 and up. For maybe like 16 or 17, it might be a little cheesy, but it just, of course, depends on your child and the maturity level that they're at and stuff like that. But I think it's a very good, like, tween. We're starting to talk about dating type thing. I don't know. I know different people that their kids date and stuff at different ages, no judgment or anything. I'm in the later crowd for my kids. I want them to take as much time as they can to get them to know their self before they start dating someone else, and like, having that person put things to interrupt how they feel about themselves inside. But anyhow, really, really good book. I would say, like, for something, I'm really encouraging people to do book clubs with the kiddos, with the teens. Like, we see like the Pizza Hut reading stuff for the younger kids. I think a good way to keep teens involved with reading, because it's so important, especially with this like literacy crisis going on right now. But a perfect way to keep them going is to create a book club. I am doing summer book club with my daughter. It was just going to be a couple of books in the month of July, but I'm thinking to even start in June and see if anybody wants to add for that book club for the teens. And anyhow, really good series, highly recommend. Into the next one. Bye.